Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I've got something really cool to show you, sent over by our good friends over at Blafili. This is their newest Bluetooth receiver, labeled as the B3. Now, just to be totally transparent with you all, this is not a paid or sponsored video. Blafili did send this to me, but all the thoughts and opinions you're going to hear today are entirely my own. No scripts, no coaching, just a real world take from someone in the entertainment business who works with gear like this almost every weekend. So big shout out to Blafili for thinking of us and sending this over to check out. Now let's get into it. So what exactly is the Blafili B3? So in simple terms, this little box that you're about to see lets you add high quality Bluetooth audio to just about any professional or home audio setup. Whether you're working with a DJ mixer, a PA system, studio monitors, or even just a home stereo, this thing has you covered. So you saw the video that we did on the Blafili Bluetooth XLR receiver that lets you turn any speaker, any non-Bluetooth speaker into a wireless speaker. So they reached back out to us and said, we loved your video. We'd love for you to review the B3. So I'll just show you the box right off the bat. Wireless your life. Very nice packaging, thick cardboard. And what I like about it is right here on the side, Blafili Inc., Blafili.com. And if you look at the email right here, it says Michael W at Blafili.com. So Michael is the owner of this company, and he's very personal with his products by including his email. It's not info at Blafili. It's not customer service at Blafili. It's not contact us at Blafili. It is straight up Michael W at Blafili.com. So very personal, based out of Staten Island, New York. So made in the USA, shipped from the USA, I'm guessing. I'm not sure if it's made in the USA, but ships out from the USA. So very nice touch there. So you open the box and you're presented with the Blafili B3 in another box. So very nice packaging so far. I will tell you that it does have some weight to it. And as soon as you take this out, guys, this is, as far as the build, it's compact and pretty sleek. So the dimensions of this are 5.6 inches wide, 3 inches deep, and 1.5 inches tall. And it weighs just in over a half a pound, 240 grams to be exact. So very light, very portable, and it fits right into your existing setup. So if you want to look at the back, let's take a look at all the outputs that this little box comes with. Wow, this is really nice. Like I said, it does have some weight to it. It's got 4 raised rubber feet here so that when you place it on the surface, and I'm going ahead and give it a push, this thing is not going anywhere. So this would not be sliding around in your rack, or if you have a like an audio system or a server system in your house that you want to add this to, this would not be sliding around. So looking at the back here, you get both balanced XLR and unbalanced RCA audio outputs. So whether you're patching into a mixer or just a standard amp, you're good to go. It also has the digital optical and coaxial outputs, which is a nice touch for anyone working with high-end or home theater systems. What's cool is that all of these outputs are active simultaneously, so no need to switch back and forth, taking out cables, reaching in the back of your server, anything like that. So it features high-res Bluetooth audio codecs and an Audiophile grade DAC that supports up to 32-bit playback, which is almost unheard of. That's studio level quality straight from a wireless connection. You can even customize the Bluetooth broadcast name and add a passcode if you're in a shared environment like a venue or a studio, which is super handy. And the good thing about this is this thing has a range of up to 30 meters, which is roughly about 100 feet. Thanks to the removable RPSMA Bluetooth antenna, which you can upgrade if you need more range. But I mean, honestly, 100 feet, especially if in your house, unless you live in like a huge mansion or anything, this would be awesome, especially if you have like a home theater system in your living room that this would be sitting on top of. That would be perfect. So like I said, balanced XLR, which is almost unheard of in anything this compact. And then you got your unbalanced RCA. You got your coax, and then your optical, which is included in here. So we're going to take a look in the box. You got yourself a nice little manual here that shows everything that we just kind of spoke about. It does have an OLED display, which we'll get into. Kind of explains everything in the back of it, frequently asked questions, specifications, and then also your basic setup that you're greeted with right here. This packaging is very nice. And then let's take a look at all the cables and accessories that are included. Here's that antenna, which, I mean, 100 feet of range would be more than enough for me, I think. They do include the USB-C cable, but they don't include the 5-volt power supply, so you will need to have that handy, just something like this, which I just so happen to have here on my studio desk. Then you got your optical here, so don't include the RCA, which I'm guessing is because pretty much anybody has RCA laying around that is involved in studio stuff or gear or anything like that. So I honestly don't use RCA. This is looks like a 3-foot USB-C cable, which would just plug right into USB-A, and then we're going to plug this into a power source. Antenna screws straight on. Very, that's not loose at all. It's very tight and very nice. I'm going to go ahead and plug this USB-C in. Actually, you know what? I don't need this because I actually have a USB-C hub over here that I'm going to reach over and plug into. And as you can see right here, the OLED display powered up nicely. I'll scoot this camera over just a little bit. Right here, you're met with Blafili B3. So, and you got the little Bluetooth symbol there. All right, so now that we're powered up, it's automatically in Bluetooth mode. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take my iPad. I'm gonna go to my settings and my Bluetooth, and we're gonna wait for this to find it. There it is, Blafili B3. So we're gonna click that. We're gonna wait for it to say that it is fully connected. And just like that, we are connected to the Blafili. So I have actually two Mackie SR, what are these? I forget what they are. They're two studio monitors that I've had for quite some time. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna hook XLR into the back of this thing, into the studio monitors. We're gonna play some royalty-free music from the iPad to here. We're gonna switch between songs to see the delay, if there is any delay, which I'm right here by it anyway, and then we're gonna see the sound quality. So we're gonna hook these up. We'll be right back. All right, so to let you know, I'm hooked into one XLR. I only had one XLR here. I thought I had two, but regardless, we're gonna hear the sound out of this. So I'm going to open up Spotify and I'm going to look up for some royalty-free music just so I don't get flagged here on YouTube, and then see exactly how this sounds transmitting straight to the Blafili. So let me look up a royalty-free playlist. All right, so we found just a very chill royalty-free music playlist. I'm gonna hit play. And as you can see here, it is connected to the Blafili. Guys, I gotta tell you, I gotta be honest with you, the sound coming out of this speaker is so crisp, but the bass is so deep. It does not sound muddy. It does not sound frazzled, if that's a term for music. Wow, it sounds super crisp and clear. These are the MR824 Mackie studio monitors. So let's switch songs just to see if there is any kind of delay on this. That was instant. Instant. like I said, this is a very chill playlist, so some of these songs start off real slow. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm already in love with this product. So as you can see, it is instant. I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. The transitioning of songs is just, it's perfect. It's beautiful. So let me just tell you this. After just spending this short amount of time with the B3, I gotta say, Blafili really nailed it with this unit. This thing punches way above its weight. Setup is easy, sound quality is clean and full, and the versatility of output options on the back makes it incredibly useful for professionals and casual users alike. I'm gonna be honest. It is overkill for a basic home setup, would you say? Maybe, but even if you're halfway serious about your sound, you'll notice the difference immediately. Now, where this comes into play for me, I am a professional DJ, so I do tons of weddings, tons of corporate events. Where this would come in handy would be a great backup for me. So this is always going to go in my bag. So you always have, you always hear about DJs and being scared if your laptop crashes or if your mixer goes out, your controller gives out on you, right? Having this hooked up to your external mixer at all times would be a lifesaver. So if your laptop goes down, if your controller goes out, if something fails, you can always grab your iPad and start playing music while you start figuring out what's going on, right? And just the fact that the sound that comes out of this is studio quality, I don't think anybody would know a difference. Nobody would be like, oh, he's playing off of an iPad or anything like that. It would still sound quality. So I am so glad that Blafili sent this out to me. So I don't know if I mentioned this, but this works off of Bluetooth 5.1. So there is no 2.4 gigahertz or anything like that. This is 5.1. So this is that enhanced data rate, right? What they call EDR. So 100 feet range, this is perfect. Solid metal build quality. And I'm a sucker for leaving these screen protectors on here, which I might as well. Oh, that's so satisfying just to kind of give you a look at this OLED display. Does show you AAC here, the Bluetooth connection here, and the kilohertz that's running on the unit right now. So very sleek. You got your multifunction button here. The antenna is very nice and robust. But I mean, to have XLR on something like this, that is unheard of. Usually they just give you RCA and optical and coax, but to have that balanced output on the back of such a small unit, $109 is what this is retailing for. You cannot find anything at $109 with this many outputs on it and this type of sound quality. So I'm totally digging this unit. I will definitely pack this in my bag going forward. Big thank you to Blafili for sending this out to us. I couldn't be more grateful for them. So yeah, that's the Blafili B3 Bluetooth receiver. A big thanks again to Blafili for sending this our way. Really appreciate you guys. And if you're curious to try one out for your own rig, I'll leave some info in the description below of where you can pick yours up. Like I said, $109. You cannot beat this. As always, if you found this helpful, give me a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.